You don't have to look far in the NBA to find a cheating scandal, but no one ever expected Steph and Ayesha Curry to get caught up in rumors about an affair. They have always been thought of as one of the most perfect couples in basketball, but thanks to some shocking recent theories, some are starting to think that their marriage might not be what it looks like. I don't want to waste any more time, so let's get into it. A while ago, Media Takeout reported that Steph had been caught cheating on Ayesha while she was pregnant with their third kid. According to the gossip site, a woman was taking her story around different media outlets to try and sell. The woman claimed to have had a relationship with Steph that his wife did not yet know about. Allegedly, the Latina woman making the scandalous claim was actually a popular Instagram model, and she allegedly also had some evidence to back up her story. However, as of yet, no proof has actually surfaced. Before this Media Takeout actually had solid history of reporting on this kind of story, they were actually the first outlet to break the story about Kobe Bryant's infamous cheating scandal. Although the story about Steph's unfaithfulness had not been proven when the story dropped, people obviously went crazy for it. Message boards soon lit up with commenters who wanted to share their reactions to the horrible rumors. One wrote that they actually knew that all of Steph's talk about his faith was just an act and called him a fraud. While some did not seem surprised, others were clearly outraged, especially since the story dropped while Ayesha was carrying Steph's child. However, since the allegations were never proven to be true, talk about the scandal eventually settled down. Despite nothing coming out about the mystery woman's claim, other rumors have stuck around for a long time. Most of them have been about the nature of the couple's relationship, which many have thought cannot be as ideal as the Currys have made it out to be. Last year, an Instagram page called Dumois was the latest source to question what their real deal was, and what they claimed was crazy. The page made some shocking statements that were picked up by several magazines and news outlets. It was reported that Curry's marriage might actually be an open marriage. According to Dumois, Ayesha and Steph have both had side pieces outside of their marriage. To back this up, Dumois claimed to have heard it from a really good authority, but they never actually gave a name. Instead, Dumois said that it was well known that a certain NBA couple were not as faithful and as loved as they appeared to be. Apparently, the couple would privately hook up with other people, but even when the other partner found out, it would never be made public, as both partners were obsessed with keeping up their public image as the perfect couple. Everyone who read the post pretty much had the same idea about who it was referring to. The subject line in the Instagram post read, "Chefs on and off the court," which actually turned out to be one of the biggest clues about the identity of the couple, as Ayesha has made a big name for herself thanks to her cooking skills. This started in 2014 when she made a meal for her YouTube channel, Little Lights of Mine. She turned her full attention to her acting career after that, but she couldn't help wanting to come back to cooking with a new Food Network show called Ayesha's Homemade. She has also written 2 cookbooks published in 2016 and 2020, which made the cooking reference in Dumois look like it must have been about Ayesha. Some people just could not believe it was true and thought that it was too different from the idea they had about the Currys as a couple. Others were not quite as shocked. Reddit was filled with commenters who felt like they had always known that something wasn't quite right. One wrote that when it came to athletes, it was best to assume they were all cheating and just to be happy to find one that wasn't. Another commenter took a closer look at the Currys' marriage after reading the outrageous story and started to make other connections that made the mystery Instagram model's claims look more believable again. The commenter wrote that rumors about Steph stepping out had been around for years. The commenter then presented some pretty weird evidence to back this up. They said that the fact that Steph was so well known for his insane declarations of love for Ayesha online was proof that he cheated. At first, this sounded like it made no sense at all. However, the Reddit user added more information that painted a whole new picture. According to the commenter, studies have shown that unfaithful partners have been more likely to use social media in this way. And honestly, something about that does make sense, because the guilt that most people would feel after cheating on their partner could make them want to prove their love for them some other way. Other people decided to take a look at where Ayesha stood in the rumors about an open marriage. A lot of them seemed to be just as suspicious of her as they were of Steph. In 2015, Ayesha made some tweets about women's fashion that were seen as a way to shame other women. She took shots at other women who she seemed to think weren't wearing enough clothes. In her own words, she said that she felt women should cover up for the ones who mattered. Some people thought what she said was classy, but others saw it as a jealous attack on women she didn't even know. What made people even angrier was the fact that Ayesha posted a photo of herself soon after the tweet, and the selfie showed her wearing the kind of clothes she was insulting other women for wearing. One commenter then described her as a walking contradiction. This really wasn't the first time or last time Ayesha got herself in trouble for her odd takes on things. In 2019, she was mocked following her admissions during an appearance on Red Table Talk. She opened up about her feelings of insecurity at the crazy amount of attention her husband got from other women. Obviously, this was a pretty understandable feeling from someone married to a huge star like Steph, and no one was mad at her for sharing it. But people were mad at what sounded like Ayesha complaining that she wasn't receiving the same kind of attention. Basically, it sounded like she wanted the kind of attention from men and that she didn't like to see women give it to her husband, which was just totally hypocritical in a lot of people's eyes. And a lot of people saw it as a hint that Ayesha wanted an open relationship just as much as Steph allegedly did. She defended herself from her haters in an Instagram post, in which she said that she was only human. She went on to write that she was only speaking her truth, and she hoped it would help other women to make them feel like they were not alone with their insecurities. The most recent online storm about the Currys once again forced Ayesha to clap back at critics. Last year, she shared a photo of Steph's GQ cover shoot. The caption expressed how proud she was and how much she loved her husband. Several followers asked in the comments about the status of Ayesha's marriage, and there was one comment that especially offended Ayesha. It criticized Ayesha for wanting an open marriage and went on to say that Steph should have sent her to the streets already, which was obviously pretty brutal and designed to hurt her feelings more than anything else. Ayesha did not mince words in her reply. She told the commenter not to believe everything they read and described the open marriage rumors as ridiculous. Ayesha then told the commenter not to disrespect her marriage by repeating the rumor, and although that made total sense, it seems unlikely that Ayesha's words will stop anyone from sharing the rumor around again. But what do you guys think? Will this constant rumor about Steph and Ayesha's relationship ever stop? Do you think there might be any truth to them? Let me know in the comments below.